Welcome, welcome. It's Mud Dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And we are on, what day are we on? What day are we on now? It's, 5, 6, 7, maybe, of Invictus Launch Week? There's that, yeah, today's day 7 of Invictus Launch Week. So 7 and 8 will have Tumbril, RSI, Origin, Consolidated Outland, and Argo Aeronautics as their show ships. So a lot of manufacturers today, a whole lot. And a couple of new vehicles, well, one really new, one not so new, but new to us, that we need to talk about. So let's jump into it, shall we? Let's start off with Tumbril, the new vehicle, the Tumbril Storm. So you can blitz overcrowded battlefields and wipe out entire enemy artillery, with a reimagined Storm Assault vehicle. So what do we have from Tumbril, and how much is everything? So we have the Cyclone AA, which we'll get into the Storm lore here in a little bit. The Cyclone AA is at $80. Cyclone MT at $75. Cyclone RN, $65. Cyclone TR is $65. Now this is more of a ground combat, whereas RN is recon. MT is also a ground assault, but you can, it's got missiles and a gun. MT is probably my favorite out of them. The AA is for, of course, anti-air. Then we got the Nova Tank that everybody loves, $120 for the Nova, which the Nova has the big size 5 cannon and missiles, and then it's also got a turret that can be operated by a third person as well. Then you have the Ranger TR, which is another ground combat, but it's more of a motorcycle, $40 for it, and then it shows the Storm at $80. Again, we'll talk more about the Storm here in a minute. If you want to upgrade and get Warbond for that upgrade, a little bit cheaper than normal, you can upgrade into the Nova Tank. And of course, we have some other special offers. You can get the Tumbril Complete Pack at $610 on Warbond, or $680 for credits. And so let's go back to Roberts Space Industries and see what they're offering. You now have the RSI Lynx Adventure Chic, because unfettered exploration throughout the Empire wouldn't be possible without the armed forces. RSI salutes the Navy for all they do, introducing the ultimate in luxury and safety for ground exploration, the Lynx Rover 2953. So if you have a Phoenix, or the Phoenix Emerald, you'll get the RSI Lynx Rover. So RSI, what do we have for sale? We've got the Apollo Medevac, $275. This is a little bit better than a regular old ambulance. This is one you can actually do operations on, surgery in, depending on how you have it configured. So it'll actually be able to have one respawn bed in it if you would like. But it's more of like a better ambulance, I guess you could say. It can treat more patients at once. Then the Triage, which is another version. They're the same thing. It's just this one comes with, I think, more weapons and armor, whereas the Triage is the base type model. The Medevac comes as a copy of something that was in a teleseries or a vid series, whereas the Triage is the original version of it. So if you want just the Triage, you can get it for $250. If you want the Apollo Medevac, it's $275. The Aurora LN, which is the Legionnaire version of the Aurora, probably one of the better versions of the Aurora to get, $40. Constellation Andromeda, $240. Now, this was the original multiplayer ship in Star Citizen, and it's still a very good multiplayer ship if you want to have a couple buddies run a ship with you. It's got 3 chairs up front, 1 for the pilot and 2 for support. And then it's also got, this one has 2 turrets. It'll have a top turret and a bottom turret. And then it has a snub fighter as well. So you can have quite a few people in this ship. It has beds for up to 4 people. So, I mean, literally, you could probably have 5 people on duty at one time with this ship. $240. Constellation Aquila, $310. This is the exploration version of the Connie, and has a little different setup where it doesn't have the top turret. It's got a sensor package there for doing exploration things. But it does come with a rover as well. The Constellation Phoenix, once again, this one comes with the Lynx rover, which I wonder if I click on view options, let's see, including the Lynx rover. So yeah, there you have it. So it definitely still comes with the Lynx rover, $350 for the Connie Phoenix. This is definitely more for VIP transport, luxury touring, or your own version of exploration. It was coined as the best version of the Constellation. Is it like that in game? No, not really. Hopefully they'll make it a little better, but because I mean you are paying a pretty good price tag on that. But we'll see. Then you have the Constellation Taurus, which is the workhorse of the Connie series. This is made for transportation. It's got the most cargo space out of all of them. Moving on, now you have the Lynx rover at $60, and it does have a gun. I was hoping it would, but from some of the mock-ups, I haven't seen that gun placement. Thank goodness. Then you have the RSI Mantis. This is an interdictor where you can pull people out of quantum and keep people from going into quantum after you've pulled them out. But not a combat ship. You don't want to use this thing in combat. It sucks in combat. Your job is to be there to pull people out of quantum and then get out of the way for somebody else to deal with the pissed off people you just pulled out of quantum. Then we have probably one of my favorite ships that's not in the game yet, the Perseus. Now this one is $675. I'm sorry, I didn't say the Mantis. I don't think $150. But the Perseus, $675. This is a frigate. It comes with 4 size 7 guns, which are anti-capital ship guns. It also has, I think, 4 size 4 guns as well to deal with anti-air and torpedoes and stuff that are coming in. And then it's got a bunch of size 5 torpedoes. I think 40 of them or something like that. It also has a little cargo bay, 50 SCU. You could also carry, a rover in there if you wanted to. One of my favorite ships for more than just how much it packs a punch. It's a 3-person ship, so you don't have to have a huge crew. In lore, this thing was around before they had shields, and it had such good armor that it could deal with the Tavaran ships blasting, large chunks out of it. It was just a tough SOB, and I really hope that this thing comes back as a really tough SOB. And I would love to have more than one of these, actually, but I only got the one, and it's, like I said, probably one of my favorite ships in-game that's not in-game yet. Polaris, another fantastic ship. Now, this ship is also a corvette, or considered a corvette, whereas I can't believe the Perseus, it's not a frigate, it's a corvette. Anyways, the Polaris is a corvette as well, but it's a torpedo boat version. It doesn't need a crew of about 15. but it can also launch a decent-sized fighter out of a hangar bay that is in the top of it. This thing carries size 10 torpedoes, if I'm not mistaken, and something like 40 of those. It is going to be a long-range nightmare. You're not going to want to be in a capital ship if this thing's bearing down on you and you don't have any pressure on it whatsoever going the other way. It will blow a lot of things above its weight out of the stars if it's not dealt with. $750 for the Polaris. I know a lot of you have been looking for that one. It's considered an org-based ship, so you could actually house your entire org out of that ship. The Scorpius, you could use it as a flagship, I should say. Scorpius is a 2-seater fighter, $240. It's a heavy fighter, has the ability to have 4 size 3s on the wingtips and 4 size 3s on the turret, equaling 8 size 3s, which is a load of gunfire that could come your way. The new one is the Scorpius Antares. So it has the 4 size 3s on the wingtips, but it also comes with EMPs, so you can do a well-timed EMP to knock other ships out. $230 for the Antares. The Ursa rover, which is the original rover, that comes with the Connie. $50 for that bad boy. And then the 10-year insurance war bond upgrade is the Constellation Aquila. That's a good one. It's a good one to have an upgrade to. Then you have the RSI Complete Pack, $41.50 for everything for war bond. If you want everything non-war bond, it's going to be $46.50. So you're only getting about a $500 savings by doing war bond there. So what do you think? Time to move on to our next presenter, which is Origin JumpWorks. Origin JumpWorks, what do they have? A military grade. Well, you've got the 125A, which is a starter ship. Beautiful starter ship. Probably really, I guess it's definitely underplayed, the 125A. $60 for this one. Again, it's a beautiful ship. It's got a bed in it. $60. 125A. It's a fighter version of that 100 series. The 325A is the fighter version of the 300 series, and it's only $70. A little bit bigger ship, much more armament for $10 more. So you really couldn't go wrong jumping up to the 325A. Then you have the G12A, which is a ground vehicle. It's anti-air. You can see the missile pods up there. But it's a little bit more luxury, because Origin does everything with a little bit more luxury. This one's not in the game yet. It's still concept, but $65 for the anti-air version of the ground vehicles. And that's, I believe, all you're going to get with Origin. Now we can go up to Consolidated Outland, and again, they're not going to have a whole lot. The Mustang Delta is it at $65. Again, the Mustang is the entry-level starter ship for Consolidated Outland. The Delta is the fighter version, and it was geared, or it was said to have had specialized armor that makes it a little tougher. And of course, that's not in game yet, but could be a fun ship when it does come in game. Again, I don't think they're going to have a Consolidated Outland pack. So let's go back up and hit Argo Aeronautics. Argo has the MPUV Cargo at $35. This is just a little bitty cargo ship, and I mean a little bitty. It's small. You get one of these with the Idris or the Javelin. You get the other one, which is the MPUV personnel with the Idris or the Javelin. $40 for it. Could carry about 8 people in the little bay here. It's kind of neat. There's no quantum drive on either one of the MPUs. So if you're looking to, fly somebody over long distances, that's not going to happen. It's not that kind of a transport. This is more like surface to air and fly you slow to get you there. That's the kind of ships they are. Then moving on to the SRV. This is a tow truck or a tug. You can use multiple of these for the bigger the ship. For most small ships, one will suffice. It's got a tractor beam and it's able to carry them through quantum as well as jump points. So really cool ship that's not quite in the game yet, but we're looking forward to it. It shouldn't be too long. And these used to come in a pack. It may still come in a pack. You can upgrade to it. Comes in the Legatus pack for $42,000. But that is going to be it for Argo and for Invictus Launch Week on day, again, 6 and 7 or 7 and 8. So we had Tumbril, RSI, Origin, Consolidated Outland, and Argo. Now let's take a look at the Tumbril Storm. Sorry, I'm still been getting over this, whatever it is I've had. So, blitz the overcrowded battlefields and wipe out enemy artillery. The original Storm solo tank was a revelation back in 2606, turning the tides of countless conflicts in the Second Tavaran War. Now in 2953, Tumbril Land Systems is revolutionizing battlefield dominance and harnessing the forces of the unstoppable Squall once more. Faster, stronger, and more impactful than ever, the reimagined Storm is a true force of nature. Looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at some of the features. Gale Force. The cutting-edge turret-mounted energy autocannon decimates much larger targets in a complete overhaul of the original Storm's offensive package. Speed of Lightning. Uncharacteristically agile, the Storm's proprietary track system and heavy-duty power plant let it close in with speed that will leave the enemy dumbstruck. And then at one with the Storm. In the cockpit of the Storm, you're a force of nature. Intuitive, ultra-responsive controls feel like riding the wind, not piloting a tank. So here you can see the operator's seat. Then you can see the state-of-the-art track system, the interior weapon rack. So when you get out and have to go something more up close and personal, you can grab your weapons. It's got a dedicated shield generator and emitter along with a tactical spec armor. And then you also have the energy autocannon, which is a size 3 Hurston Dynamics energy weapon. That's awesome. So length 10.5 meters, width 7.5 meters, height 3.6 meters. One crew, goes on treads. There's a full spec sheet that you can download, and it's a size 3 driver-controlled remote turret. Fantastic. Here's the spec sheet. Power plant size 0, cooler size 0, battery 0, computer 0, radar 0. All right. Then we go into the RSI Lynx rover, luxury rover. As humanity continues to conquer the stars, RSI is paying dues to those that helped us reach them in the first place. RSI rovers have driven countless naval pioneers to climb higher and push farther. To celebrate the millions of miles explored behind the wheel, we are proud to introduce the luxurious yet ruggedly capable 2953 Lynx rover. No matter where your adventures lead you, with the Lynx, you'll have comforts of home anywhere you roam. And there's going to be a little video here. Go and watch that on your own. I highly suggest it. Comforts of home, a rugged adventure meets high-end luxury in the Lynx. Traverse any corner of the verse with confidence that you'll be traveling in comfort and style. You can see the seating here. It's got great overall views all around. Fully enclosed cabin. It's designed perfectly to fit in the Phoenix or larger ships. And you can see some mock-ups here. And this is what the Lynx rover looks like. So the back end is open. That's a glass. The front end looks a lot like the Ursa, a little bit cleaner. And there's the internal view. Technical specs, 7.75 meters long, 5.7 meters wide, and 3.15 meters high. Total crew capacity of 2 with 2 passengers, 30 meters a second speed, and it's got 2 size 1 weapons. Does come with different paint jobs, the Moon Shadow, the Nebula, or the Moonrise. Moonrise looks cool, or the standard version. You can now get the Lynx rover for $55. War Bond, $60 for credits. You can get a duo pack for $95 with the Moonrise paint, or for credits for $105. You can get a 3 paint pack for $12, or each one is like $5. You could get 2 for $8.50. So really cool. It comes with the Constellation Phoenix, which does have a limited stock. Or you could upgrade one of your other vehicles into the rover. So there you go, guys. That is it for Invictus Launch Week. All the manufacturers. We got Drake Defense Con coming up in a couple of days. Tumbril, RSI, Origin, Consolidated Outland, and Argo Aeronautics. What do you guys think? Is there anything that you're going to get? Are you going to get one of the new vehicles? You're going to get a Tumbril Storm or the Lynx rover? Do you have one coming from having a Constellation Phoenix? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for the thoughts and prayers. I am feeling a little bit better from this junk that I have. I do have some more videos planned for you coming in the near future, so stay tuned for that. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.